Hello! Let us introduce you to PhraseCat. PhraseCat is an online tool for those who teach and learn English. It helps teachers to achieve the best results in teaching English sentence structure to their students. It also allows self-taught learners to improve their grammar skills. In this video, we will first discuss the PhraseCat method and its benefits. Then we'll show you how PhraseCat can be used by autodidacts. Finally, we'll discuss the benefits that the platform can bring to teachers of English, expanding the way that grammar is taught online. Have you ever wondered how a native speaker manages to select the correct sentence structures even in fairly complex cases without referring to specific grammar rules? The major factor that makes this possible is automaticity, because about 2/3 of a fluent speaker's speech accrues from ready sentence structures. Automating the use of linguistic structures and speech patterns can greatly improve one's fluency. The use of ready structures allows the speaker to bypass the analytical thinking part of the speech process. Once the pattern has become second nature, the learner can use it to form sentences without thinking about the particular rules that need to be applied. But how can we assist the learner in gaining this second nature habit? One way is to facilitate repetition, which many adults are reluctant to practice. Demonstrate a pattern to the learner and have them complete it, thereby repeating it multiple times in their mind. This is exactly the path that PhraseCat takes.
Wow!
How does a conventional grammar teaching approach work? You usually learn a number of grammar rules, then do a set of exercises. And in the end, it's all mixed up in your head. PhraseCat takes a different approach. It is designed to teach one grammar point at a time. Thus, it imitates the way in which we organically acquire patterns in our native language. Let's see how it works in practice. First, it is important to select your level, beginner, elementary, intermediate, or advanced, because every level contains a different set of phrases. Now you can proceed to the practice. If you are a self-taught learner, click the Self-Taught View icon at the top, the middle one depicting a person holding a book. This will take you to the Self-Taught view, in which you can practice random phrases, as well as search for phrases and create phrase sequences for yourself. To practice a random phrase, click Start Random Phrase. This is the laziest way of using PhraseCat. A random phrase will be shown for you to complete. You will be accompanied by 2 bots that will help you along the way by throwing in correct ways to complete the phrase. You can switch the bots on and off as you practice. The grammar points section explains the grammar behind the phrase. If your native language is set to a language other than English, you'll also see a translation of the phrase. This confluence of grammar theory and practice is the key learning advantage offered by PhraseCat. Each phrase in our database is an illustration of a specific grammar rule or aspect. Since the learners are completing the phrase in various creative ways, they are discovering and automating their grammar knowledge by immediately applying it to a specific use case. Press the loudspeaker icon to listen to the phrase. I usually have lunch at home. Now, write your own version of the phrase by substituting the underlined part. The words are automatically spell-checked. If you do not know a particular word, look it up in the dictionary, which supports a total of 12 languages. You can either use your imagination to create new sentences or base your sentences on what the bots write. Take any of their submissions and replace a word or two to create your own version of the phrase. When you're done, click Next to work on another random phrase or click Finish to finish. You can see all the phrases you have completed on the profile page. In the Self-Taught view, they are displayed on the Detailed History pane. Click Repeat if you want to practice a phrase again. Whether you are a self-taught learner or a teacher, you can choose the phrases that you or your students will work on. You can also combine phrases into phrase sequences to start a series of phrases in one go. You can do this using the tool that we call the Phrase Browser. The Phrase Browser allows you to search through the entire phrase database. Type the word or expression that you want to search for into the search box. If you select all word forms, all forms of the search word will be found. For example, phrases containing eat, eats, eating, ate, or eaten will all be found if you type in any of these word forms. If you select Exactly as typed, only phrases that match the search word exactly will be found. The difficulty and principal word to add parameters allow you to narrow your search. You can also apply these parameters without searching for a word. In this case, all the phrases that match the respective difficulty level and/or gap word will be displayed. Search results in which the search word is contained in both the phrase text and the learning objective are highlighted in a darker shade of yellow to indicate better matches. Click Add to Sequence to create a sequence out of the search results. You can either save this sequence for future use or start it without saving. Rather than creating your own sequences, you can always resort to our pre-built sequences. We have developed phrase sequences that present all the phrases of a given level organized by increasing complexity. To learn more about preset sequences, please watch our other dedicated video. In addition to using the Phrase Browser, teachers can manage students and organize them into groups. To become your student, a person needs to send you a request from the Teachers section, which is available in the Student view. Organizing students into groups is fairly straightforward. You can add a student into an existing group by clicking either Add to Group on the Student pane or Edit on the Group pane. The Edit command opens the Students pane, where you can select the students that you want to be part of the group. To create a new group, click the green plus button in the Student Groups section. To start a practice session with a student or a group, click Start Session. Select your learners and the sequence to be studied and click Invite Students. Your students will be shown an invitation dialog where they need to confirm their readiness. Once your students are ready, you can start the practice session by clicking Start for Teacher and Students. This will take you and your students to the screen where students actually practice the phrases, supervised by the teacher. The group learning session supports some additional features compared to the self-learning mode. First of all, the teacher and the students can like each other's submissions. Second, they can correct what their peers have written. Third, the teacher can click on individual students to highlight their submissions in order to review them. And last but not least, the participants can use video and audio to communicate with each other. The last sequence completed by the student or group is saved. If you want to repeat it the next time you have a class with the same students, you can easily do so by clicking Repeat. If you want to start the following sequence, click Next. PhraseCat offers you and your students a quick path to becoming proficient in the use of fundamental English grammar.